With Mount Rainier in the distance, there are few cities finer on a clear afternoon than this one, and we have a picture-perfect day for football at Lumen Field in Seattle. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. A beautiful fake. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Seahawks now for their first possession. And they will be led out by a man in his sophomore campaign as the quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. You look at this Jaguar defense. And they find themselves just outside the top 10 in the league against the pass, currently bringing up the number 11 spot.
And the easy thought process is that stopping the run is the least of their problems because they're facing the number 1 passing team in the NFL. But if they don't stop the run as well, then that just opens up the passing game even more. They've got to do both.
Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down. Fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They'll be led out by the number 1 overall pick back in 2020 from LSU. It's Joe Burrow.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with.
If you go 3 to 1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
First run of the game for Jahmyr Gibbs, the Alabama product. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. Going back to Gibbs on first down. And they've got it in the red zone now, down to about the 19. Second down and 3.
As we gain a 7, brings up 2nd and 3.
They'll go again with Gibbs. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 5 yards from the end zone, first and goal.
That's another Jaguars.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. And he's got it. 3 yards is the gain that time, second and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal.
Now it's Burrow.
2-yard line.
In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. They'll wind up losing 10 there, a full 10 yards, so that one hurts. And it brings up 3rd and goal. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And that is incomplete. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Patterson's kick is good. And the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Seahawks offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
He was brought down at the
Well, look at this Jaguar defense. They were terrific a week ago in that victory over Tampa Bay, Charles.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Yeah, it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there. And they'll go backwards right away. Here's Burrow.
At the 11-yard line.
And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
Makes it 3rd down and 12 yards to go.
Burrow looking to pass. Look in the middle of the field, and he's got him incomplete. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Burrow. And the Seahawks defense gets to him, and they bring him down. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd. Now it's Burrow. And his throw is going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Burrow will throw. Setting up the screen. This is Gibbs. And he's out of bounds. Able to take this one up to the 35. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football 1st and 10. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And they are back down to the 500 mark after 2 straight losses. And, Charles, this is a team that, to be frank, their play has really dropped off the last couple of weeks.
And, Brandon, I think there's a sense around the building that they can't let this losing streak get any worse than it is. Because if they were to lose here and fall below 500, then you're playing catch-up the rest of the way. They've got to take a stand and make it stop right now.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. He'll try and do this himself. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the 1st, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. That's into the hands of the rookie from Florida. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14. They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. The numbers for him from a week ago. A boatload of catches. 53 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but he's going to face a tall order here because he's going up against the number 2 unit in the NFL against the pass.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Higgins. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And the Jaguars first down. A gain of 12.
He'll look to throw.
First down.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and 2nd down.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Looking right side, and it's intercepted. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far. And they just threw some away on that snap. And let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Off the RPO, he completes it. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Complete. Jefferson the target.
Complete to Justin Jefferson. That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd and 4.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Seattle, and it is the Seahawks with the football here. Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now they'll throw here. Out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. On the left hash mark, this a 38-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jags offense and their big play wideout getting ready to get back to work. And he's been as productive as anyone in the NFL in the middle part of the season. The NFL's leader in receiving yards to this point, and he doesn't appear to be slowing down anytime soon. They'll get it across the 35. It'll be 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, the 36 on 2nd and 8. And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle, and they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
That can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out. Something lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
It's a gain of 14.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
To the air again, Burrow. Open man is Hill. He's got it. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Back to throw again. That is caught. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as a tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 28. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Bulldozes past him. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And he brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. And will be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
He'll drop to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Brings up 3rd and 5.
He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
That's good for a Seahawks. 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
At the 25-yard line.
Now back to throw. And he's going to be dropped following a pick up the 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Number 10. It's a gain of 7.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there off the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. No matter how good the Vikings stretch in imagination, they find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Let's find out.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Trying the left side with Gibbs. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 31-yard line.
A gain of 12. And the Jaguars.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. It's a slant to Hill.
Burrow's pass.
Short completion, just 4 yards. And it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Burrow looking to pass.
27-yard line.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he will be brought down, but a 1st and goal coming up as we have come upon the 2-minute warning.
1st and goal.
Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Gibbs is not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose a couple of yards back to the 3. Now the Seahawks forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. So as they talk it over, we step aside. 3rd and goal. Burrow. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Touchdown, Jaguars. Jahmyr Gibbs with a milestone. Career touchdown number 100. Joining Curtis Martin and Franco Harris at the century mark as he continues to climb the all-time list. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. across the 25 to the 27.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Brings up second and 10.
Back to throw. And this one's incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Brings up a 3rd down.
Back to throw here. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And a good job on the tackle there as they get him down shy of the first on the 35-yard stripe. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away.
Fair catch. Signal for
the Jaguars offense and Joe Burrow getting set for this next drive. And he's done everything he could have asked for coming in. He's spread it around. He hasn't taken many chances. And he's potentially on his way to a big game throwing the football. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Burrow will throw. Pressure comes, he's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Intercepted yet again. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they get the turnover in plus territory. The drive stalls out, but still able to get 3 out of that.
Yeah, we were able to see an offense and a defense kind of mix and match with each other, didn't we? Both of them trying to make sure that they have the upper hand and the advantage. Offense trying to get to the end zone. Defense, of course, trying to hold them to a field goal attempt. And it wasn't a guaranteed lock 3 from where they started. So, you know, their offense has to be happy to come away with those 3 points.
Trying to drop one in, but it's incomplete. So halftime here out west. Let's go east. That's where we find Scott Hansen with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thank you. We are into week.
Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in week 8 in the NFL. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The Jaguars offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he's in the midst of a very solid season, currently 2nd in the NFL in passing yards. The second half starts with a run by Gibbs. 63 yards rushing for him now to this point. From the 33, here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Burrow. That is incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. That'll be a 41-yard punt, just 1 yard on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they keep leaning on the line game. Back to the ground. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Nice punt, but good work on the return to get back 11 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Looking to put a drive together. Now Burrow. And that is caught. It's Davis. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. It's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. So this offense moving the ball well, trying to open up a 2-score lead here in the 3rd quarter, but now potentially a play that could have big ramifications.
Yeah, you've driven the ball down the field. Things are looking up, but it takes just one bad decision to throw things off the rails.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up
2nd and 5. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
38-yard line.
Looking to throw. And he hits him in stride. He'll be hit down at the 33. 5 yards on the play.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 33-yard line.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
A 6-yard loss. It's now 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in this 3rd quarter. Out comes the kicking team here for the extra point. This one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And the Seahawks capping it off with a touchdown. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he's been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been totally taken apart, and that is borne out in his numbers. He's been terrific all game long. Here's a quick throw caught by Higgins. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow got his man complete over the middle. That's Higgins.
It's a gain of 11. And the Jaguars first down.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To the air again, Burrow. Finds Gibbs on the check down. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
from the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And the Jaguars send out their punter, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Looking to put a drive together. He'll come out throwing here on first down. I guess no need to force it when you can do that instead. First down, 18-yard gain.
Seahawks, first down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Fast, slow, it doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big gain. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
Nothing doing. He's immediately taken out at the line of scrimmage. A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. Second and 10.
At the 38-yard line.
He'll look to throw. They're looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he looks on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A first carry down. This is Williams. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. From the 35, here's a second and 9. He'll look to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Davis. Third and 3.
It's a gain of 6. And it's third down.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Now a second and 2.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up second and 2.
Off the option, here's Gibbs. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Jahmyr Gibbs with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Jaguars have retaken a third-quarter lead.
17.
A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Chase Young in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of plays.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
They'll take over first and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
On the play.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's Jaguar football here, and they'll look to extend their lead as we begin quarter number 4. And Davis with it left side. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at first and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Jaguars.
They'll run with Gibbs. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
A gain of 3 brings up second and goal.
Gibbs again. And this time he is into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Extra point try now for Patterson.
Jaguar.
And that one pushes the lead up to 11.
Makes the score Jaguars.
A drive there of just 4 plays. And it was all capped off by a touchdown run from Jahmyr Gibbs. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice game with a slam at the end. The escapability in evidence there as that one good for 15 and a first.
At the 39-yard line.
They're going to look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And do the Jaguars come up with it? They did.
The quarterback sack. A fumble on the play. Recovered by the Jaguars.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He'll drop this down to Williams. Here's a 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
Burrow looking to pass. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll drop to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down. Riley Patterson now on for the field goal. Made his first. This now from 46 yards away. Patterson's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together. Say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
And 15.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's knocked away and incomplete. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. He's got his target. That's complete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Turnover on down.
And off to Gibbs, headed right here. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's good for a Jaguars. First down.
Another run for Gibbs here. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. On first and goal, they'll try the option left. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Joe Burrow, a 3-yard run as he kept it himself. And the Jaguars add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Seahawks 13.
Patterson back out there to send this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is second down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 32-yard line.
They'll set up a throw. It's out. It's loose. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
First down, they'll go to the ground attack. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up second.
Here's second and 10.
At the 41-yard line.
Now back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. Third down at 6.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up third.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to walk one deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
First down. First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues.
Brought down back at the 43-yard line.
Second and 15. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 15.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. To the sideline and incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with a football. And boy, before the drive even starts, here's a timeout. Wow. And as the two teams talking over on their respective sidelines, we'll take a break.
The tackle by Chris Paul Jr. 4 yards.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's second and 6.
At the 47-yard line.
On the option left, it's Burrow. And we'll get it down to the 47 here. He has enough for the first down, and the keeper a gain of 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Room here to run. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done.
It's a gain of 22 yards. That's another Jaguars first down.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams.
knocking on the door now. As a goalie on there, going to take this to about the 10-yard line.
That's another Jaguars first down.
Out of the gun, they'll give to Gibbs.
And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere.
9-yard line. 1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for Jacksonville, they moved to 7-1 on the year with the victory.
And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Tennessee Titans. Meanwhile, for Seattle, they fall